Hello, welcome to this video. Let's see in a short time how to use Microsoft Access from Office 2019. Microsoft Access is a professional database management system software used to gather data, collect and save databases, and create formatted reports to export outside. Due to its powerful features, Access is often used in a business environment such as accounting, finance, and human resources. In this video, we are going to see and explain all the basic tools inside Microsoft Access in order to start for the first time. When opening Access, a startup page opens divided in two parts. In the left, you can find and open an existing Access file or database. On the right, you can start with a new document by taking a ready template from the list. In order to see how to use Access, let's just start from a blank database template, defining its file name and where to save it. The new Access database opens on the workspace, showing the ribbon on top, collecting all the tools available inside the software. The navigation pane on the left with all the objects inside the current database, and the main preview where you open and edit each of these objects. They are divided in tables, forms, queries, reports, and macros. We are going to see each of these during this video. The tables are used to collect and store your data in order to create your own database. They are made by columns and rows. The columns are called fields and define the kind of data that each of these must save. The rows are called records and represent a single sample of data, such as a single person of measurement. By default, your Access document has a single table called Table 1, which is completely empty and shown on the tab above the preview. First of all, fix the kind of data to save by adding each field. Click on Click to add the select the data format and then type a name for the field. There are several formats available. Choose short or long text to insert text, number to insert numerical values, currency to add any currency, data to import any data from calendar, yes or no to add clickable or boolean square, attachment to insert any file by double-clicking on its symbol, and hyperlink to add any web address link. To add the data format of the selected field, just go to Data Type under the Fields tab. Once fields are defined, you can start inserting data by clicking on each cell. As you type inside new rows, new records are created automatically, increasing the number under the ID field. This is also called primary key and is used to identify each record singularly. As fields and records are filled with data, the database is created. To gather data, you can also import an external file or use math or logic expressions inside calculated fields. To import an external database, just go to the External Data tab and then to New Data Source. You can import from any file, including Excel, any database such as Access or an SQL server, or other sources online. On the dialog box, browse for the file on top and follow the guided procedure. Inside your table, you can also add calculated fields. They take data from other fields to perform expressions and collect the result. On the data format list, choose calculated fields and select the kind of data to work with. At this point, the expression builder opens with everything you need to perform the operation. To insert arguments, type directly with your keyboard or choose the navigation of the bottom to add any data from your Access document. From expression elements, choose the object interested, such as Table 1. From expression categories, the field to be used as argument above. To insert operation, select functions on or operation under expression elements, and then choose the function under expression values. Make sure to respect the correct format suggested at the bottom, and always use fields data which is compatible with operation. To get additional help how to use the expression builder, just click on the help button. Once the expression is defined, the calculated field shows its result, which gets updated in case an argument changes. Let's see how to manage and edit the table database. Use the text formatting section under the Home tab to edit the text format size, style, and color. Use the Fields tab to add the fields with the selected data format. Delete the selected field or use default value to fix a default value with the expression builder. Use the Table tab to make the table interactive by adding scripts and macros. We are not going to see this in this tutorial. To rename and size a field or modify its expression, just right-click on its name above. In the bottom right corner, you can select the view to use. By default, you use the datasheet view, but you can switch to the design view to manage all the properties for each field in detail, such as data type, format, and more. To save and close the table, just right-click on its tab above. You can double-click on it from the navigation pane to reopen it and rename or delete it by right-clicking on it from the list. To create another table database, just go to Create and then to Table or Table Design. The new table will show up on the workspace under a new tab and added inside the list on the navigation pane. The form objects are pages that send to people or directly online. This is compiled in order to collect new data and extend your table database with new records. To create a new form, open the table interested and go to the form under the Create tab. This form gets the same name and content from the table. Each record is a page inside the form, showing all the compiled fields imported from the table. You can check all the records by using the navigation buttons at the bottom. Your last record page is blank and is used to save new records inside the form and its table. Also, in case of the form, you have several views available. Use Layout View and its Form Layout tools to adjust the form layout and its basic structure. By default, the form is made by several cells or elements contained inside two columns and as many rows as the table fields are. You can use the options under the Arrange tab to add or remove rows or columns or split or merge any selected cell. Under the Design tab, enable the Select tool to move an element by clicking and dragging it, or size it by selecting it and dragging its edges. You can also right-click on the element to manage or delete it. Go to Properties to open the Property Sheet panel on the right and edit its properties in details. Use Themes to apply a ready template on the form appearance. Inside Controls, you can add other extra elements besides the fields imported from the table, such as text boxes, images, buttons, badges, and lists. This can become interactive when macros and expressions are added through the Property Sheet options. We are not going to see this in this video. Use the Format tab to adjust the content appearance, such as text properties, distribution, color and style, outline, and fill. Consider that all these modifications affect all the elements selected from the form. You can make multiple selections by clicking on the elements by holding down the Ctrl key. To preview the form, use the Form view. This shows the form as it when it is compiled or shared. You can use the last record to interact with the form. Use the design view to adjust the form layout in terms of page size and distribution. The form is divided in page header, detail, and footer, and can be edited on the preview or through the form design tools as seen on the layout view. The query is another important object used to retrieve data and create custom databases starting from the tables you already have saved. To create a query, click on the Query Design under the Create tab. This opens on the workspace, asking for the tables to take data from. Click on the one to import a table and hold down the Ctrl key to add multiple ones. These tables show up as small boxes on top, complete with their name and their fields inside, including the primary key. You can add other tables by going to Show Table under the Design tab above. At the bottom, choose from field the data and the tables to consider. You can select a single field represented when its table's name, a dot when the field name, or selected a whole table with its name, a dot and asterisk. Below, choose the criteria to use when collecting or excluding data on the query. This is specified through one or more expression in series, inserted by right-clicking on any criteria cell and then going to Build to open the expression builder. Also, the query has different views. The default design views set the content and the criteria to realize the query through a very easy interface. You can switch to the CQL view to build your query by using the CQL code instead. Use the datasheet view to preview the query table that resulted from the setup. This gets updated in case any data inside the source table is modified. The report is an access object used to extract and immediate incomplete representation of the chosen database to preview or print it with adjusted format and style. To create report, open a table of query on the datasheet view and then go to Report under Create tab. By default, the report is shown through its layout view where you can edit and manage it just like the forms. You can move and size each cell and use the design, the arrange and the format tabs on the top to add extra cells and interactive elements, adjust the overall layout and set the text and the cell's appearance. In addition, you can use the Page Setup tab to adjust the page's size, margins and orientation, especially in case you want to print the report. Besides the layout view, you can use the design view to adjust the report appearance and the content of each cell, the print preview to take a look at the preview of the printed report, and the report view to have a clean preview on the report appearance. To make forms and reports interactive, you may need other access objects called macros. There are script codes that run according to the content, conditions, functions, and rules you define inside them. To start writing a macro, just go to Create and then to Macro. The procedure to realize a macro is fully quitted, but you can convert it or switch to a complete Visual Basic interface if you are an expert. To save your whole Access database or any of its objects inside, go to File and then to Save As. Choose Save Database As to save your whole Access document with all its tables, forms, queries, reports, and macros, setting its file name and where to save it. Choose Save Object As to save the Access object shown on the main preview. In addition, you can go to the External Data tab and then to export the current Access object to Excel, text files, PDF, XPS. documents, emails, SharePoint list, and other Office programs such as Word or Access. Check out our video description to learn more about how to publish and access database. Thanks for watching this video.